In case you've been wondering, Kodak CapturePro does have the ability to limit features and functionality for a particular user. This is accomplished through the user management capabilities of CapturePro. The administrator can create users and groups, and in doing so can control what capabilities a user has within CapturePro. In CapturePro, access to program features can be controlled by setting up users and groups. You define groups and set the access to jobs and CapturePro features at the group level. Then you define users and assign them to a group. To set up users and groups from within CapturePro, pull down the File menu and select User Setup. The User Setup dialog box will open. Click on the Group tab. Notice the built-in SysAdmin group. To create a new group, click on the Add icon. It looks like a disk. Select which job members of the group will have access to. Select which program features members of this group will have access to. Finally, you add users into the group. Note that if you have not already defined any users, you can do so using the User tab. Features are grouped into the following categories: Administration, Batch, Document, Image, Capture, View, and Index. Each feature category can be expanded by clicking on the plus icon to see the individual features. You also may select which jobs are available to the group. Note that the default for a new group is that all features are available to users of the new group. Any changes to feature access will not take effect until the next time a user logs in. Click on the User tab. You may add users as required by clicking on the New button. You may also assign users to a group by using the Add to Group drop-down list box. You may need to toggle back and forth between the User and Group tabs until all users and groups are set up properly. CapturePro comes with one built-in user called SysAdmin and one built-in group called SysAdmin Group. You cannot delete this user or this group. When CapturePro is first installed, the Allow Automatic Login option is enabled for the SysAdmin user by default. You are automatically logged in as a SysAdmin after you first install CapturePro and start it up. The Enable Automatic Login option is only available for one user. It does not have to be the SysAdmin if you have more than one user set up. Remember that you can set access to features using groups. If a customer does not care about having the operator sign into CapturePro, but still wanted to control what features and functions are available to that operator, you could use the Allow Automatic Login option for this user and control their access to features using the group settings. Don't forget that the automatic login feature can be set for only one user. Click on the General tab. Notice the checkbox for Windows User ID Login. If this is enabled, then the Windows User ID can be used to automatically log a user into CapturePro. If a user is logged into Windows, then they will automatically be logged into CapturePro when it starts. In order for this to work, a user must be set up in CapturePro with the exact same username as in Windows on the PC running CapturePro. Once you have users and groups defined, it is possible for the current user to log out of CapturePro. This allows switching users while CapturePro remains running. To do this, they pull down the File menu and select Logout. This will log the current user out of CapturePro and display the login screen for the next user. This process closes the current batch and job. Users may change their password if the group they belong to has access to this feature by pulling down the File menu and selecting Change Password. The currently logged in user is displayed, so this is also a handy way to find out which user is currently logged in. Users may also change the language that is used in the CapturePro GUI. Pull down the File menu, choose Language, and select from 15 different languages. Note that the language change occurs immediately, causing all of the menus and dialogues to change to the new language. Remember that the first menu choice in CapturePro is the File menu, and the 8th submenu is the language selection. English will be at the top of the list. The last selected language, last active job, and last active batch are stored per user in CapturePro, while the layout and view of the main screen and layout and view of the indexing mode are stored for each job. Okay, what do you do when a disgruntled employee changes the system administrator password and then quits the company? Well, when CapturePro starts up, it checks for a SysAdmin user. If one is not found, then it creates a SysAdmin user with an empty password. In order to delete the SysAdmin user, you simply delete the SysAdmin subfolder in the KCS Pro folder's path as shown. Then restart CapturePro. Don't tell anyone about this or bad things may happen. You can keep a secret, right? Well, that's it for users and groups in CapturePro. Please complete Lab 10, Users and Groups, in the Student Guide.